What's going on, everybody? I'm O.T.G. Oh my God!
Tell me when it kicks in. Tell me when it kicks in. Tell me when it kicks in. Kicks in. Tell me when it kicks in. Kicks in. Kicks in. So tell me when it kicks in.
What's going on, everybody? I'm O.T.G. OmNomTheGreat, whatever you'd like to call me, and I have a little bit of a discussion today. And I know I'm a day late, but I really don't care. It was a long day yesterday. I had shit to do, so whatever. I'm gonna jump on this when I can, as soon as I can. So I have a quick little discussion. If you missed it, I don't know if you have been able to miss it because of how many people have been talking about it. But Tokyo Game Show has been going on for the last couple of days, and yesterday we got a small snippet of gameplay for the new Attack on Titan game that'll be coming out for the PlayStation systems. And everybody's, at least the people I've been talking to, have been having very mixed reactions to it. They're not sure what to expect, to think if it'll be good, or if it'll just be kind of like a little thing that they're doing for the sake of doing it to cash in on the hype of that series. People don't really know. People don't know what to expect because, like, we only have, I think it was 8 minutes of the gameplay. We don't have a whole lot to go off of. We only have that and the little trailer. So it's just people making early assumptions, and I figured I would throw mine out there while I can. I do have a small little list of both pros and cons that I wanted to just throw out there so people can kind of see both sides of this little, not argument, but discussion that's been going on within the community because of this whole Tokyo Game Show thing. So I'll start with the pros because that's always a good place to start. I have it just kind of scribbled out on notes on my iPhone. Story mode beyond the anime. Now, if you watch the series, you know that the series was only, I think, either 24 or 25 episodes, and it just kind of halted. It came to a complete abrupt stop because they needed to, like, cut the line so they could, like, let the manga get further ahead than where they were, etc., etc. They had a list of reasons for it, but that was back in, like, I think 2013, early 2013 at that, and it has been a long-ass time since we've had really anything in terms of the quote-unquote canon story continuation of the Attack on Titan. Excuse me, God, I have some kind of cold going on, but anyway, it's been that long since we've had some kind of a story continuation for the Attack on Titan anime fan base. Now, if you read the manga, it's still going on, and it's still going on. I won't spoil anything that happens in the manga, so don't worry about that. You're spoiler-free here, but that being said, I do kind of hope they go further than the anime, because if they don't, I don't know how they're going to stretch out the story mode. And stretching the story mode out is something that I personally don't really like in games, period. Like, think of Ultimate Ninja 5, all those story missions, because they only had 2 arcs in Shippuden at the time, and they stretched it out. They stretched the game out so long with all these filler arcs that really didn't go anywhere. They just kind of fulfilled themselves, and then you got back to the story mode, and it just felt like it was wasting your time. And I would really hate for this game to have that. But that being said, as long as it's been since the anime has aired or been produced, I don't have much doubt that they'll go a little bit further than the anime. I'm hoping they do anyway. So, move on to the next point. Pirate Warriors feel to the gameplay. Now, I don't know if you've seen the gameplay, but it doesn't play like Pirate Warriors for multiple reasons, and I'll go into that in a later point that I have in the con section, but there's just a feel to it, and I don't know how to describe it. The way that the game looks, the way the characters move, the way that the combat flows, like, all of it just kind of looks kind of Pirate Warrior-esque, or I guess I should say Dynasty Warriors-esque, just because that's where it got its influence from. And I don't think that'll be a bad thing, especially considering how big of a hit that Pirate Warriors 3 was, but there'll probably be people who are like, oh, they're ripping, you know, this style of game off, but whatever. I'm hoping it comes out to be enjoyable, at least. But with that being said, talking about gameplay, now moving to the cons, which is actually, unfortunately, where a lot of my gameplay points stand. If you've seen the gameplay, I don't think anyone will really deny that the the animations for the 3D maneuver gear, not gonna lie, it looks really stiff. It looks like something that you'll watch a couple times and be like, oh, that's cool, but then, like, 3, 4, 5 hours into the game, you'll just be kind of like, oh my god, I wish I could look at something different other than just this dude flipping through the air. And that's what I'm mainly worried about. I'm just worried about the game getting stale stupid fast. And I'm hoping that's not the case, but it looks like Spider-Man... it kind of looks like, if you ever played the Amazing Spider-Man games, it looks very similar to that. And those games, unfortunately, did not have much of a lifespan. So that's one con. Second one, and this kind of is a connection to the Pirate Warriors thing. If you've played Pirate Warriors or Dynasty Warriors, you understand the appeal to those games if you like the games, because the enemies are in such like tight spaces and there are so many of them. It's just satisfying to claw through all of them. Well, in Attack on Titan, that's not an option, because your enemies are these big towering things that you have to like specifically target one part of them to kill, and if you get surrounded by too many, you get overwhelmed so fast, and they just can't put that in the game. Otherwise it kind of ruins the immersion, and it doesn't stack up to what you're expecting of the game, which is why I'm worried that that gameplay style is gonna kind of clash, because fighting one opponent in that style, I don't know how it'll work because I haven't played it, but I'm hoping that it doesn't kind of just burn you out and it kind of gets slow and you're just kind of killing them, and you're not enjoying the game at that point, and that's my biggest concern. And then my last little point here, it just says awkward movement. It just goes back to the 3D maneuver gear and the fact that it kind of looks a little awkward when you're swinging around, but there's also this little factor that you're in the little city, and it kind of plays, again mentioning Spider-Man, it kind of plays like the old Spider-Man games. You can't go above the buildings, and from what we've seen in the gameplay, the valleys and the alleyways of that city are fairly constricted and kind of small, so I'm kind of hoping that it just doesn't, like, there's no awkward clipping and there's like unrealistic moving around the buildings, but you can't do anything about it. Hate to say it, but that's just how it is. So with that being said, I'm at the end of my little list here, and I hope that you guys enjoyed listening. I hope you're taking the points that I've mentioned into consideration, or you're thinking about them. Leave them down in the comments if you have certain points that I didn't bring up, or if you want to just add on to points that I made. I would very much appreciate the interaction, and thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping this game will turn out nice. I hope you guys are enthusiastic at least, because it's finally something new. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Later.
行くぞ